I first came to London as a student 5 years ago, I was struggling, man. London, as you know, is one of the most expensive cities in the world. And allocating and financing my money, especially as a new student, was very difficult. Because you didn't know where your money is going. Should I buy this? Should I buy that? I always felt guilty. I didn't have any experience in handling money before. And it was very hard. So over the years, alhamdulillah, I have developed skills that helped me so much, man, that I want to share with you today. Those skills that I've developed have helped me to drop my expenses by nearly 35 or 34%, which is a lot of my expenses in a month. If you focus on these things that I'm going to share with you now, you are going to be an expert. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm saying that I'm very close to being one. Take that as you like, okay? So imagine you are living the same life that you're living now on top of the 35% that you save a month. So what do I mean by smart budgeting? First one is called money flow. Money flow is basically having an awareness. First of all, an awareness. Forget about saving, forget about everything, of where your money is going. What does flow mean? Flow is basically adjusting the flow to different areas when you need it. For example, you want to save some amount from your food expenses and put it on your travel. That is money flow, okay? Because you are saving up some money because you noticed that you are overspending on this, and then you take it and you put it in your transport. It's very difficult, it's easier said than done, because you have to find ways of saving, but that is the concept that I want you to focus on. You are making small changes in your expenses and shifting that money from one place to another depending on what you need. This month, I don't need this. I'm gonna pause the subscription, for example, and allocate that to my transport because I have more projects, I'm gonna travel more. It sounds self-explanatory, but when you actually think about it, it's really, really powerful. Having said that, let's now talk about the most important thing, and that is documenting. There are a lot of different ways that people do this. Some people, for example, like to use apps where you link your bank account to these apps and it generates different sections like groceries, transportation, rent. One of them is called Mint, for example. You can use that. Or you can use more structured approaches, like having an Excel sheet, Notion template. Or the thing is, what I do is something very, very old-fashioned, is I get a piece of paper and I put 4 columns every month and I write how much, I exactly calculate how much from my bank statement I'm spending on each column. If you do that only for once a month, 30 minutes, just have that calculation, write those payments down, you will be able to really understand your financial habits. Oh, what? I'm spending this much on this? Are you serious? The amount of times that I thought that I was, having a good month, if you may, and then realize I'm overspending by 20, 30% from what I'm supposed to do. When you save 0.3 pounds, okay, $0.2, yeah, really 10 pence you save. It's a very small amount. I'm not trying to make you clingy, but what I'm trying to say is it's really amazing how much you can save from very, very small amounts, very small amounts. You find that these small things, they will accumulate and you will find that you save tons. You really have to appreciate that to be a smart budgeter. Basically, small savings that take no effort will make massive differences in the future. If you learn these skills now of being able to be efficient, of looking through in between the lines to finding that savings, you'll become, it's amazing how much better you become at budgeting and financing. Okay, you started documenting, amazing. You will probably notice that you are spending a lot of money on what? On probably your food, your rent, your travel, and your entertainment. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the rule, the 50-30-20 rule. 50 for essentials, 30 for non-essentials, and 20 for savings, right? But I just want to expand on the 50% part, the essentials. Because if you can save money in the essentials, you can save a lot of money. Okay, let's start very, very simple. The number one thing that took my expenses down by 20%, easily, even more, I don't know, I haven't calculated, I'm giving an estimate, but it's been crazy how much I've saved. And that thing is cooking. And if I tell you I'm someone who has never cooked, man, I have never cooked before becoming a student. But when I came, at first I was very lazy. I was really lazy to cook. I wasn't in the mood. It was, I have to get groceries, you have to clean after, bring takeout, right? So I started cooking 3 times a week, right? And having that cheat day on Saturday. My life completely changed. Seriously, it has completely changed. Because I'm feeling more full, number 1. Number 2, I have more nutrition from the food. Number 3, I'm saving a lot of money. Now I started making meals that I actually enjoy, okay? That I actually look forward to. when I come back home. And by the way, what I realized is cooking is way easier than you think. No, really, way easier than you think. It will probably take you at first, I'm being completely honest, an hour. Literally an hour with cleaning, an hour. That's the cleaning time is included. From start to finish, from when you get up from the sofa to cook, to come back and with the plate, okay? It will take you an hour. You know, I come back from university, man. I'm tired. I'm not in the mood. I'm like, I have to cook. And you commit yourself. I'm telling you, it will take a maximum of an hour. And you commit yourself, you say, okay, I came back from university now. I'm a bit tired, but I'm gonna do it, okay? You do it, and you find that's actually changing your life. And by the way, if you learn how to slice an onion, for example, you will only need to learn how to slice an onion once, and then you're done. Every other meal that you cook, you can slice an onion. And nearly 85-90%, this is a totally not made up number, by the way, 85-90% of the meals that you will cook will include onions and garlic. So it's very simple. Like if you learn how to do that, you can cook 90% of your food. It's fine. And actually, on that note, when you buy groceries, buy in bulk. Because when you buy, for example, eggs, which stay in the fridge for a long time before they get bad, instead of buying 3 cartons of eggs, that's 6 eggs each, that's 18, you buy one that is 18 eggs or 15 eggs. You spare more because when it's in bulk, it's cheaper. Okay, when you buy flour, for example, buy a lot of flour. When you buy rice, when you buy pasta, buy loads of pasta. It will be cheaper for you. And the small things are what makes the big savings. Next thing I want to talk about is rent savings. I lived in flats, I lived in dorms. With rent, the thing is, sometimes the flat that you think is expensive is actually not expensive. Why? Because there are some flats that have a gym inside of them. There are some flats that provide you with internet. There are some flats that pay for you the energy. If you go to a cheaper flat that don't offer those services, ultimately you will find that after you pay those services that the more expensive flat offer, they will be the same. You know, not entirely the same. The more expensive one will always be a bit more expensive, but you'll actually be surprised at how much they are closer together, right? Unless you go for something like dorms where you would actually half the price of the rent. That's different. But I'm saying if you're choosing between 2 different flats, don't look at the more expensive flat as, you know, oh, this thing is so bad. Well, when you add all of these things into the other flat, they'll actually be the same. Okay? In terms of transport savings, you know that you can cycle. If you can cycle. If you can get your hands on a discount for public transport, do that. It will save you as well. Because I'm a medical student, they have a discount for healthcare workers in the bus, so specific areas. So the bus that's going to the hospital will actually be a bit cheaper for me. So I take that. It's around only 0.3 pounds, but why not? Do it. Do it. It literally takes you 2 seconds to pull out your card. Here's my card. Can you give me the discount? Okay. So focus on these things, man. And take care of yourself. Enjoy the small things in life. And let's all stop chasing those big things that are just toys that don't bring real peace of mind. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Takbis and like to help me and my journey on YouTube. And as always, Assalamu alaikum